And welcome to Woodland Park, everyone, where today we feature your Collinsville Kahawks taking on the Nashville Hornets. It is senior day, and without further ado, we turn things over to Bruce Helkamp, the public address announcer.
Underclass teammates and families, we are excited to recognize them today for their contributions this year and all 4 years at CHS. Kahok Baseball has over 80 years of alumni, and these 14 individuals will be wonderful additions to that alumni family. As we prepare to honor our senior Kahawks and their families, I would like to ask that the coaches and underclass Kahawks line up on the third base foul line and face the stands. Special thanks also to our photographer, Mr. Joe Hallbrooks, for capturing all of today's pregame memories. We will recognize each senior and their families with some gifts from our Pinch Hitters Booster Club, thanking them for their impact on Kahok baseball. Each of them will also receive additional celebration and gifts from their teammates at our end-of-the-year banquet on Monday, June 14th. Today, each female family guardian has received a Kahok baseball shirt with their Kahawk's name and number on the back, and each male family guardian has received a Kahok hat. We hope each of these family members will continue to wear their Kahok fan gear in the future as they come back to Fletcher Field as alumni families. Also, each Kahok will present a flower to their family guardian as a sign of appreciation for the years of support that come from being a baseball lifer. And following our game today, each Kahok senior will be presented with their action photo player banner and sharing some Kahok baseball cookies to celebrate. So, without further ado, let's welcome our seniors. First, we need to mention and celebrate two of the 21 seniors who unfortunately are not in attendance today. Chase Counton and Logan Fairfield. Chase will be joined at the banquet by his mother Christy Counton and his father Jeff Counton. Chase was a Post-Dispatch St. Louis area scholar athlete, an Illinois State Scholar, and the Student Council Vice President. He will be attending the University of Alabama to major in biology on the pre-med track. Logan Fairfield will be joined at the banquet by his mother Dawn Fairfield. Logan graduated magna cum laude, is a National Honor Society member, and a Mu Alpha Theta member. Logan will be attending Arizona State University to study mechanical engineering. Let's give a round of applause to Chase and Logan. All right, now please welcome to the field, Riker Kane. Riker is joined by his mother, Catherine Kane, and his father, Rich Kane. Riker graduated cum laude, is a National Honor Society member, and a Mu Alpha Theta member. Riker will be attending university to study business. Another round of applause for Riker Kane. Next, let's welcome Rolando Colon, or Will Colon, as I'm told he's called. Yep. Rolando is joined by his mother, Lisa Colon. Rolando will be attending Truett McConnell University to major in exercise science and continue his baseball career. Congratulations, Rolando. Next up, welcome Parker Conley. Parker is joined by his mother, Jennifer Moore, and his father, Jamie Conley. Parker graduated as a two-time honor roll recipient and will be attending Southwestern Illinois College for general studies and maybe to play baseball. Congratulations, Parker. Next up, welcome Nick Graff. Nick is joined by his mother, Kathy Graff, and his father, Kurt Graff. Nick is an honor roll recipient, a member of the National Honor Society, and a member of the Spanish Honor Society. He plans to attend SIU Edwardsville. Congratulations, Nick. Please welcome Brennan Jones. Brennan is joined by his mother, Jessica Jones, and his father, Brian Jones. Brennan received 8 certifications through the Criminal Justice Program at CHS. He will be attending John Wood College to prepare for a major in criminal justice and to play baseball. Congratulations, Brennan. Next, welcome Blake Keller-Sullins. Blake is joined by his aunt Amanda Jackson and his grandfather Kenny Keller. After high school, Blake plans to attend a college around the area to get his associates and play baseball. Congratulations to Blake and his family. Next up, welcome Trent Mode. Trent is joined by his mother Cindy Mode and his father Dan Mode. Trent will be attending the University of Missouri in Columbia, Missouri. Another round of applause for Trent Mode. Next, please welcome Kyle Moore. Kyle is joined by his mother Amy Moore and his father Steve Moore. He graduated magna cum laude, is a National Honor Society member, and an honor roll recipient. Kyle will be attending Lewis and Clark College to study business administration and play baseball. Congratulations, Kyle Moore! Next, let's welcome Nick Palmisano. Nick is joined by his mother, Kristen Palmisano, and his father, Eddie Palmisano. Nick is an honor roll recipient, will be attending SIU Edwardsville in the fall. He plans to become a physical education teacher at the high school level, and he'd like to get into coaching as well. Congratulations, Nick. Next up, welcome Drew Stroud. Drew is joined by his mother, Jacqueline Stroud, and his father, Jason Stroud. Drew is an honor roll recipient. He's going to McHenry University and major in sports management and play baseball. And look at those shoes. Congratulations, Drew. Next, let's please welcome Carter Wagner. Carter's joined by his mother, Carol Wagner, and his father, Michael Wagner. He graduated as an honor roll recipient at CHS also. Carter will be attending Southwestern Illinois College to study electrician technology and play soccer. Congratulations, Carter. And the final senior recognition is for our senior manager, Ashley Tillman, who I had the pleasure to work with in the booth up here. Ashley is joined by her mother, Mary Pat Tillman, and her father, Craig Tillman. She graduated summa cum laude and will be attending Drury University to study biochemistry and ministry. Congratulations, and thank you, Ashley. I'm now going to read a statement from Coach Swip on these 14 seniors. These 13 gentlemen and one young lady have stories to tell their future loved ones that none of us will understand. They went to high school during a pandemic. They had seasons and activities canceled, and they learned and did school in ways that never existed just a couple of short years ago. To say they are resilient is an understatement. Instead, I say they are battle-tested. These strange endeavors will become the fabric of their future. These setbacks will now be used as setups for even more success. They continue to practice as hard now as the first practice of the season. They compete against each other in practice, but they also rib each other like brothers the entire time in good fun. They, along with their parents and family members, are one big baseball family. While this part of their baseball life will be ending soon, the next seasons of life will be even better and provide more opportunities for success. They may be moving away from each other, but I know they'll be the first ones to get back together for reunions, barbecues, slow pitch games, etc. I didn't know many of these young adults before this season, but I'm grateful for our time together and our relationships with each of them. I was talking to a teacher last week about our senior class. The teacher noted they are some of the most fun and loving young adults she has taught over the last 4 years. I have no doubt they'll keep having fun and keep loving each other as they embark on the next season of life. Thank you, Riker, Rowe, Parker, Chase, Logan, Graff, Brennan, Blake, Trent, Kyle, Paul Moe, Drew, Wags, and Ashley. I love each of you and can't wait to be a fan in the stands watching you conquer the next chapters of your life. Can I ask everyone to please stand, be loud, show your Kahok love, and help us give a round of applause to our 2021 Kahok Baseball Seniors. Great words, Brad.
Yeah, you know what it is. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Yeah, you know what it is. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm at Sabia, Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long, I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
All the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And once again, a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park as we get you ready for Senior Day here at Collinsville as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Nashville Hornets. I am Todd Duke. Welcome in to the Chiropractic Works pregame show brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville, or give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Kahawks come into this contest with an overall record of 7-20, and they will be facing a Nashville Hornets team that comes in at 21-9, and they clinched the Southern Illinois River to River Conference. They are champions, and they went 10-0 this year in conference play, and they have at least won a part or solo of a share of that conference championship, and now 7 out of the last 8 years. As we mentioned, the Kahawks come in at 7-20 under their head coach Brett Swipp in his first year. Nashville is coached by Chad Malavi. He is in his 17th year, and he has a record of 392 wins and 150 losses. Kahawks come in averaging 5.1 runs scored per game while giving up 6.8 a contest. Nashville comes in scoring 7.6 runs a game and only giving up 3.8 runs per contest. So they're giving up about 3 runs less than Collinsville is on the year. As we bring in color commentator now, former CHS graduate, 1974 Collinsville graduate, 1982 St. Louis Cardinals third base World Series champion, Ken Oberkfell. Well, Ken, we started this journey back in early April looking at this team, and we've seen them grow a little bit each along the way. I know that their 7 wins doesn't represent that much in the win column, but 2 more games, playoffs start. So where do you go? What do you want to see?
Well, just consistency, just consistent baseball. I mean, like you hit it on the head. This team, Nashville's only giving up 3 runs a game or something, where Collinsville we're giving up 7 runs a game. So we got to bring that down. But I just like to see him get some momentum heading into the tournament, because when you're in the tournament, anything can happen.
It's a brand new year. Senior Day here. Do you remember Senior Day festivities when you were here?
Yeah, I kind of do, but I don't remember my mom and dad coming out. I think it was just to introduce the seniors.
Yeah, so a little bit more pomp and circumstance these days than it used to be back in the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, Nashville 21-9. We were talking about it off the air. They are a 2A school. Collinsville's a 4A school, so you never can tell when a bigger school gets together against a smaller school with that kind of a record. Does that 21-9 represent what they can do against normal 4A schools?
You just don't know. I couldn't tell you if we would or not, but I know they're 21-9, and they're not worried about Collinsville's record. They're not worried about how big Collinsville school is. They're trying to prepare for their tournament too.
They are. All right, we will touch on to that. Who's going to be playing where in their tournaments? Plus, we'll kind of recap what's going on to get these 2 teams to this point, and we'll do that next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations, Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network, getting you ready for Collinsville taking on Nashville on Senior Day here at Fletcher Field. Kahok started 0-10 this year, won 7 of their next 13 games, and that included a 3-game winning streak in the middle of May. Since the last of those 3 wins, a 6-5 walk-off win versus Alton, Collinsville has since lost 4 straight. For Nashville, 4 of their last 5 games were canceled or postponed due to weather. They won at Bree Central in their last game on Saturday. Before that, they won 9-3 at DuQuoin, and that was back on the 24th of May, so not a lot of time to be playing some baseball. They started the year winning 3 straight, did Nashville, including their only win versus a Southwestern Conference team, an 8-6 win versus Belleville East. After the loss to Jabot that ended that 3-game win streak, the Hornets then put together a 6-game win streak and won 9 of their next 10 games, including a 4-game win streak in the middle of May. They have not lost more than 2 in a row this year. They did that 3 different times. And the other Southwestern Conference teams that Nashville has faced, they were losses to Edwardsville and O'Fallon. Collinsville was supposed to have a doubleheader at Roxana on Saturday, but that was wiped out due to some confusion. The story was told to me that the baseball coach was told to cancel his games, but it was actually supposed to be the softball coach that was supposed to call and cancel his games. By the time they realized their mistake, it was already too late because Coach Swift had given the guys the weekend off because it was Memorial Day, and so there was too little time left to say, hey, come back. And who's going to come back after that? You say, you're going to go away for a 3-day weekend. I'm sorry, I'm in Lake of the Ozarks.
You could end up even finding them.
Exactly. I'm not coming back. Senior night tonight, 13 seniors. And playoffs, Class 4A regional semifinal at Edwardsville. Edwardsville, the number 1 seed. That'll be at 4:30 on Friday for your Collinsville Kahawks. For Nashville, they're the number 1 seed. Of course, they have that 10-0 conference record, 21-9 on the year, and they have to wait. They will play the winner of Chester at Redbud. That takes place on Wednesday, and then whoever wins that game will take on Nashville on Friday. By the way, a little about Nashville's coach, Chad Malavy. His son Cole plays for the team, and he'll be starting here today. Malavy, has been the coach since 2005. Took the Hornets to state in his very first year. That was a 26-12 team. They lost in the quarterfinals, though. 7-time regional champions, including 5 in a row before COVID-19 hit. They had 3 more trips to state in program history in 1999 and 1971. They lost both of those in the quarterfinal. But in 1994, they did come home with a Class 2A 4th place trophy. A little bit of history. There's not much between these two teams. They were scheduled to play in 2019, but that game was rained out. I remember getting ready for that game, and then it didn't happen. And 2018, we lost 5-3 at Nashville. Same thing in 2017 by a score of 2-1. These two teams did not play each other in 2015 or 2016. They did in 2014. Collinsville won that one here by a score of 7-1. And from 2000 to 2013, these two teams did not play each other. I know that they've been working on trying to get Nashville on the schedule regularly because, they're just not that far away. So not too bad of a trip for either team to make. And so it'd be nice to get a couple of close locations more familiar with each other. All right, Nashville holds the 2-1 edge in the history between Collinsville and Nashville. That's all I've got for you. We're going to take our final break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, starting lineups will come your way. We will do that next on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family. And once again, welcome back to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park in Collinsville. Collinsville Kahawks getting ready to take on the Nashville Hornets. This will be our last regular season game of the year. We start playoffs tomorrow. Girls softball at 4:30 and then girls soccer at 7 o'clock. So for myself and Mr. Oberkfeld, this will be our last game together until March.
It's a while away.
I know. Let's hope it's not cold. I'm already dreading that.
It's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
I am glad to have enjoyed the ride with you, sir. It's been a blast. All right. Nashville starting lineup looks like this. Ian Blazer leads off and plays second base. Cole Malavy, the coach's son, bats second and plays shortstop. Batting third is Gavin Baldwin, and Gavin will be playing center field. The cleanup batter today is their designated hitter, Boomer Harris. Catcher is Nolan Hegemeyer. He'll be batting fifth. Logan Eversgerd is in left field. He'll be batting sixth. And then number 7 spot, Camden Ritzel. They call him Buzz, and he'll be playing third base. The pitcher will be batting eighth. That's Zach Kempfer. And Colton Gajewski will be playing first base, and he will be batting ninth. Not batting today and playing right field will be Nick Miller. Defensively for your Collinsville Kahawks, you will find in left field Rolando Colon. Collinsville is an all-senior starting 9 today. The only senior that couldn't start was Trent Mode, and because you can't play 10, so that's why they did that. So Rolando Colon in left field. Kyle Moore is in center field. Blake Keller-Sellens is in right field. Nick Palmisano is at third base. Brennan Jones is at shortstop. Parker Conley at second base. Riker Kane is playing first base. Carter Wagner is behind the plate, and he will be catching Drew Stroud. And Drew on the year is making his 8th appearance. He has started 2 games before this one, so he'll be starting his 3rd game. He's 0-1 on the year. And in his almost 10 innings pitched, he has a ERA of 12.00. And for Drew, he has struck out 5 while walking 14, so you hope we can kind of reverse that trend today and have more strikeouts than walks. That's the key. All right, Nashville. They're, of course, the visiting team. They're in their gray trousers, blue jerseys. Numbers are red on the back. And Collinsville in their home whites. Drew Stroud's shoes are the brightest thing out here in this ballpark.
They are definitely that.
Ian Blazer leads off, and for Blazer on the year, he's batting .333 with 5 runs batted in and 2 home runs. And I guess we're just not going to worry about the scoreboard till next year, are we?
We got the lights.
We do have the lights. Lights are already on. Kind of a cloudy gray day here. Continues to look more like October than May. And for a couple of days, it felt like October instead of May.
It really did.
And today's June 1st, and I'm still wearing a long-sleeve flannel shirt. Something's not right. Drew Stroud, big righty senior, ready to go with the next pitch to Blazer, and it's outside. And Stroud ready to pitch another one to the Nashville second baseman, Ian Blazer. Here's the pitch. Inside. 3-1.
It looks like he's got good stuff. Just get it in the zone.
I think, didn't he start the last game we did together? Seems like a week ago. I think it was a week ago. Somewhere around there. That was just a little high. He walked him.
The shoes got me right now.
Yeah, I hear you. Kind of mesmerizing, aren't they?
Yes.
Hypnotic. So, the first batter that Stroud faces gives him a free pass. That'll bring up Cole Malavy, the shortstop. And Malavy is batting .364 on the year. 13 runs batted in. And he'll stand in from the right side. So runner on at first base already. No one out. Top of the first. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network. Runner goes. Throw is not going to be in time. And it's going to go into center field. And that is going to allow Blazer to go all the way to third base. And Nashville has their first potential run just 90 feet away.
Guy had a great jump.
He did.
Wagner would have been better off holding it. That's
Carter
right.
Wagner, threw that one a little bit to the
kind of sailed
right,
like
right center field side, and a high pitch to, and a balk they're going to call. So Blazer scores, and Nashville has a run on the board after one batter and no hits.
All right, rewind.
So Stroud picks up a balk, and now the bases are empty with nobody out, and the next pitch is high. Yeah, Kahok's had a doubleheader taken away from them over the weekend, so that would have better prepared them as they head into the playoffs, but they have a game today here against Nashville, and then the makeup game from last week that was supposed to be Senior Day against Granite City tomorrow, right here on this field. But as I mentioned, we'll be over at the sports complex taking care of Lady Kahok playoff softball. Next pitch inside to Malavy. Malavy, spelled M-A-L-A-W-Y. There's no V in the name, but it's Malavy.
Okay.
I know, that's what I said. I said, where's the V? Swinging a shot down the third baseline.
Nice
Oh, what a
play.
diving stop by Nick Palmisano, and the throw is in time for the out. What a play. Wow. A diving stab to his right. Just got the glove on it. Popped up and still had enough time to throw over to first base in time for an out. What a great play, Nick Palmisano.
That was a nice play. That's what they call a web gem.
Yes, it is. Here is Gavin Baldwin, the center fielder, who will now bat with the one-run lead, and no one on, one out. And the first pitch to Baldwin is in there for a called strike. Baldwin on the year, leading batter, batting .464. 14 runs batted in, including one home run. Next pitch from Stroud, swinging a little floating ball that's going to fall right into the gap between second base and Blake Keller-Sellens out there in right field. That's one of those Texas League bloopers that you can never do anything about.
As a hitter, you're like, yes.
Yes.
As a pitcher, you're like, no.
I know.
I hit a few of those in my day.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody has if you play this game long enough.
Yeah.
Here is Boomer Harris, the DH. Harris on the year batting .353. Couple of home runs to go along with his 14 runs batted in. Throw over to first base, and Baldwin is back in there. Harris from the left side faces the righty Stroud, who works from the stretch. He checks on his runner, brings it home, swinging a bouncing ball foul down the first base side. We'll do it all over again. I said he checked on his runner, but he didn't, so he's probably going to have to pay a little bit more attention over there to Baldwin after Blazer stole second.
Yeah, Blazer got a great jump. This guy's got a nice lead. He looks like he's going to run.
We'll see if Stroud checks on him. He does not. Pitch is high and outside. So when you know the pitcher's not even looking your way, that would tend to give you a little bit more leeway to go.
You would think. He's pretty quick to the plate, though, I've noticed.
And I got a nice move over to first base there. Runner on at first, one out, one run already home. Stroud looks into Wagner, has his sign. And that one's a strike right down the middle. Very gray, gloomy day. Thankfully, the wind's not blowing.
Yeah.
American flag out there is just laying dead. Pitch. High fly ball. Foul. Out of play. One ball, two strikes to count to Boomer Harris. Gavin Baldwin's on at first base, one out. And Stroud from the stretch. Looks over his shoulder, checks his runner, brings it home, and another foul ball. This one right into the Nashville dugout. Be careful over there. The ball got there quick.
That'll keep him awake.
Yeah. Joey Halbrook's over there with his camera. He had to be on his feet. Another 1-2 pitch coming to Boomer Harris. Another foul, same direction, but not in the dugout.
Good at bat.
Battling.
Yes, he is.
Tell you what, I watched some super regional ladies softball over the weekend too. Mizzou versus James Madison University. Boy, those girls can battle. Felt sorry for Mizzou losing that series 2-1, but they battled.
That's all you can do. Give it your best effort.
A freshman pitcher who the first game Friday took a no-hitter into the 6th.
Wow.
Throw over to first base, nothing doing. And now Boomer Harris awaits the next from Drew Stroud. Here it is. Off-speed pitch right down the middle. Struck him out. Harris got caught looking. One walk, one strikeout in the inning, and there's 2 away.
Harris guessed wrong.
He was looking fastball and got frozen at the knees. That'll bring up Nolan Hegemeyer, the catcher, for Nashville with 2 outs and a runner on at first base. Hegemeyer batting .280 on the year. 5 runs batted in. Notice how Nashville has mixed it up righty-lefty here in the beginning of their order. Runner stays put. Nice stop by Wagner. Outside for ball 1. Notice the Nashville players actually have their names on their backs of their jerseys. That's a rarity in high school sports.
Yes, it is.
Next pitch from Stroud in the dirt, and another nice stop by Wagner. It's 2 in a row. Hornets have the little Hornet logo over their hearts. Menacing looking little bumblebee thing these Hornets are. Stroud with an 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Hits the corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Stroud trying to get out of here with just the 1 run scored. Came home on a balk. A walk to Blazer. He stole second, went to third on the throwing error by Wagner, and then came home on the balk by Stroud. There's a screamer down the third base line, almost picked off there by the third base coach.
He's trying to barehand it. I'd be diving.
Well, I know.
Out of the way.
I'm getting away from the ball, not going toward it. That's for sure.
As you're the hitter, you're like, wait a minute. He almost barehanded my line drive.
Yeah. I like my hand just where it is. Next pitch on the way to Hegemeyer. He whiffs at it and fouls it back to the screen. So Stroud 1 strike away from getting out of this with just the 1 run scored. Field looks good, though, with all the rain we've had.
Yeah, it does.
Nice and green. Next pitch on the way. Just missed outside. Runner goes, and a late throw. Wagner threw that ball when Baldwin was about 5 steps away from the bag.
I was going to say that was a delayed steal, but it was a delayed throw.
Late throw, yeah. Second stolen base of the inning. So a runner at second base now in scoring position for Hegemeyer. And the next pitch to the Nashville catcher on the way. Outside, he walked him. 2 walks in the inning. That put runners at first and second with the 2 outs. And here comes Logan Eversgerd, the left fielder. Eversgerd on the year, batting .278. 4 runs batted in. Stroud from the stretch, and he brings it home. Problem with allowing early base runners almost in the first inning of every game that I've done so far this year is your pitchers have to immediately go to the stretch.
Absolutely. They're always pitching in pressure situations.
Stroud checks on Baldwin at second a couple of times, and timeout called at home plate by the batter before that pitch was thrown.
I like that the name's on the back of their uniform.
Oh, yeah, I would appreciate that a lot more if all of them did it.
I know.
That sure would help a guy out like me. There's the next pitch. Foul ball bouncing back to the screen. Yeah, that works very well until you get to the female sports, and half of the girls have ponytails, and I can't see the last names or the numbers. Who is that? Shake your head back and forth so that ponytail moves out of the way for a minute. Another pitch coming to Eversgerd. Outside, hits the corner, called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning to go along with 2 walks, and a run comes home on a stolen base, an error, and a balk. So we will head to the home half of the first inning. Collinsville will get their first at bat, but Nashville already leads by a score of 1-0.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
And once again, welcome back to Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park. Collinsville versus Nashville. A little baseball action for you. Our last regular season game of the year before the playoffs start tomorrow in both softball and soccer. Baseball playoffs for Collinsville will start on Friday. Here is your starting lineup for Collinsville. Rolando Colon, who is playing left field, will lead off. Nick Graff is the designated hitter today. He'll be batting second. Kyle Moore plays center field, bats third. Nick Palmisano batting in the cleanup spot today, holding down the duties at third base. Riker Kane bats in the number 5 spot and playing first base. Parker Conley bats sixth and plays second base. Brennan Jones at shortstop batting seventh. Blake Keller-Sullins in right field batting eighth. And Carter Wagner is the catcher today batting ninth. And your DH, Nick Graff, is batting for the pitcher, Drew Stroud. Nashville's defense looks like this. Logan Eversgerd in left field. Gavin Baldwin in center. Nick Miller in right. Camden Ritzel at third base. Cole Malavi, at shortstop. Ian Blazer at second. Colton Gajewski is at first base. Nolan Hegemeyer is behind the plate, and he'll be catching Zach Kempfer, and I do not have any pitching numbers for Mr. Kempfer, so I'm wondering if this is his first start of the year. I have no idea.
Got me.
Me as well. There is Rolando Colon. Rolando on the year batting .300 with 19 runs batted in. 1 home run on the year. And when he gets on, he will steal a base. He has 18 stolen bases out of 19 tries this year. First pitch is in there for a strike. It's a pretty good stolen base ratio, eh?
Yes, it is.
Next pitch to Cologne, swinging a bouncing ball to the third baseman, and he lays it. Does Camden Ritzel. So, a leadoff error by the third baseman. Now each team has an error.
Number 3, Nick Graff.
And that means that Kempfer will now have to go from the stretch as well. Here is Nick Graff, today's designated hitter for Collinsville. The righty Kempfer is ready. And a long look over, and Cologne is back in there safely. For young Mr. Nick Graff on the year, he comes in batting .265 with 1 home run and 3 runs batted in. Kempfer seems a little preoccupied with Cologne right now, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Here's the pitch in the dirt. Cologne will get a read on him, and he'll go.
Probably within the next pitch or two. Sometimes I don't understand pitchers. They'll throw over to first base, but it's a lot of times it's just a lob over there. There's no purpose in throwing if you're not going to make it mean something.
Just letting you know I'm thinking about you.
Yeah, exactly.
There goes Cologne. There's the pitch in the dirt, and it can't be picked up in time by Hegemeyer. And Rolando Colon steals his 19th base of the year.
Great jump.
Yeah, if that would have been a perfect pitch right into his glove, he still wasn't going to get him.
Nope.
So the Kahawks have a runner at second and no one out, trying to see if they can get this thing tied up here early on. And now a timeout called.
Look, that guy's going everywhere.
Pitcher and catcher want to talk, and that means Nick Graff will go down and talk things over with the third base coach for Collinsville. And that'll give us a chance to tell you, as long as the rain holds off tomorrow, we'll have softball playoff action. Kahawks taking on Belleville West. The winner will move on to Thursday's regional championship game and face the winner of the Quincy Belleville East contest. Then we will switch things over to Kahawk Stadium for a little soccer action as your Lady Kahawks host Belleville East in a regional semifinal. I have to keep my East and my West separate from each other tomorrow. Softball against West, soccer against East. Cologne has his lead from second, doesn't go, swinging a foul ball out of play off the bat of Nick Graff. Kyle Moore waits on deck. And we'll do it all over again. Kempfer looks into Hegemeyer. Now checks Cologne at second base. Here's the pitch to Graff. Outside and high.
Down the middle, baby. Let's go.
3-1 the count to Nick Graff. Could get something to hit here. Here's the pitch. Outside, he walked it. First two have reached here for Collinsville. And that'll bring up Kyle Moore. Kyle on the year, batting .170, 4 runs batted in. Moore has 3 doubles on the year, so he can lace an extra base hit every once in a while. Simple little stroke here would maybe score Rolando Colon from second with that speed. And Stroud checks and pitches. And Moore squaring around to bunt. Now they've got Graff, picked off, but they throw over to second, and a double clutch by the shortstop. Malavi allowed Cologne to make it to third safely, and at the same time, Graff went on down to second. So what turned out to look like a busted play turned into a double steal, so to speak.
Yes, it did.
So now Kyle Moore with an opportunity to pick up RBI's number 4 and maybe number 5 with a simple base hit. Here's the pitch. High and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike to count to the Kahok center fielder Kyle Moore. Cologne at third base, Nick Graff on at second. We're in the bottom of the first, just getting underway. 1-0 in favor of Nashville. Collinsville's threatening to take that lead away. Here's the pitch to Moore. Outside. 2-1. Two and one. They're discussing the count up there?
Yes.
Yeah, not as simple as glancing up at the scoreboard anymore, is it? Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, and Moore swung through a high, hard one there. 2-2. Kemper ready with the 2-2 pitch to Moore, and it's a little high, full count.
Come on, Kyle. Bat on the ball.
Kyle Moore, varsity basketball player as well as baseball. And the pitch to the Collinsville senior, back to the screen. So he got to go through senior night at the basketball game and senior day here at the baseball park. We've already done senior day for the softball team and senior night for the soccer team, so we're finished with senior day festivities till next year.
Perfect.
Next pitch, high and outside, and the bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks after Orlando Colon reached on an error. And that's going to bring up Nick Palmisano, batting cleanup today from the third base side. And Nick on the year is the leading batter. Him and Tillman been going back and forth in that category for a while now. Palmisano batting .393, 16 runs batted in with 1 home run. Bases all full of Kahawks and still nobody out. Kempfer looks into Hegemeyer for his sign. Has it, brings it. Swinging a foul ball out of play. Palmisano went after the first pitch he saw. Hoping for a little base knock. Power alleys are deep here. 360 to right center field, 375 to left center field, 355 straight away. And the lines are 312 third base, 310 first base. And that one's in there for a strike, so Palmisano's in an 0-2 hole. Riker Kane waits on deck, but right now Nick Palmisano is looking for something to drive here.
Got to put the ball in play here somehow.
Most likely a ball in play will score a run.
Mm-hmm.
Infield ground out. Cologne has the speed to get home. Definitely a deep pop fly will do the trick as well, but I'd like a base hit to score a couple.
Works for me.
That would be fun.
A lot of room in right center.
Sure is. Get one off the end of the bat. Here's the pitch. Oh, it did hit him. Hit him in the hand. And hopefully he's okay. It's going to score a run. Hit by pitch RBI by Palmisano will score Cologne. And the bases will remain loaded. So it's tied 1-1. Bases still loaded. Graff now to third. Kyle Moore down to second. And Nick Palmisano on at first base. So Riker Kane with a chance to do some damage here. Riker on the year batting .211 with a couple of runs batted in. Take advantage of Zach Kempfer while he's struggling. You got a Wonder how long.
You need to put a big inning together.
Yeah, you have to wonder how long Coach Malavy is going to stick with the starting pitcher if he keeps struggling like this. So strike while the striking's good. First pitch is up high to Riker Kane. Bases are still loaded. Graff at third, Moore at second, Palmisano at first. 1 run home. We're tied 1-1. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Next pitch. Kane looks at 1 high. Tell you what, Logan Eversgert out there in left field's playing shallow.
Very shallow.
You power up, get Kane, and there's a little slicing ball that is going to get down. Another run's going to score. They will get the out at first, but that ground out will score a run, and Collinsville will take a lead on an RBI ground out by Riker Kane.
He gets the RBI, and he also moved the guy up a base. So, good at bat.
Sure was. Here is Parker Conley.
That's what they call him, a productive out.
Productive out. Always a good thing. Conley from the right side. Looks at 1 high and outside. Parker on the year, batting .296 with 8 runs batted in. Runners at second and third, 2-1 in favor of Collinsville after allowing Nashville a top of the first inning unearned run. And a pitch. High and outside again. No one warming up for Nashville, in case you were wondering here in the first inning if they were going to get a pitcher up.
I was looking down at our bullpen.
Zach Kempfer ready with another. Outside, but that hits the corner, 2-1.
A lot of hitting coaches down below.
Yeah, there are. Always a lot of umpires going on, sitting right next to him, too. There's the next to Parker Conley, swinging a pop foul, and it's going to get out of play.
Deep breath, brother, deep breath.
Parker Conley digs back in from the right side. And the righty Zach Kempfer looks into Nolan Hegemeyer for a sign and brings it home. Another high pitch. Kempfer having a hard time finding the strike zone here in the first inning. Brennan Jones in the on-deck circle. Kempfer brings another one home. Swing and a miss. A little foul tip that Hegemeyer held on to, so a strikeout for Kempfer, his first. 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Brennan Jones. Well,
a nice 2-out hit would be good.
Nashville scored a run in the first inning without the benefit of a hit. Collinsville has scored 2 without the benefit of a hit. 2 walks, an error, a hit batter, and a ground out. Jones on the year, .229 batter with 5 runs batted in. Got the opportunity to pick up number 6 with a simple little base hit. Jones takes one, called strike. Jones is the 7th batter to bat here in this inning for Collinsville. Kemper back on top of the bump, ready to deal another one to Brennan Jones. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Swung at that high. Hard one. That was right around the eyes.
It was a little high.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Jones. And the next pitch on the way. Swinging a foul ball out of play from Jones, and we'll do it all over again. That one hit something. Watch out, all you vehicles driving by. Kempfer nods his head yes to his catcher Hegemeyer. Brings the next one into Brennan Jones. Swinging a bouncing ball to the shortstop. And that's gloved by Malavi and over to first for the out. And the inning comes to a close. But in the inning, Collinsville strikes 2 times. And they take the lead, do the Kahawks, as we head to the top of the second inning. And Collinsville now leads this thing by a score of 2-1.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahawk Jay Merkel. At Extreme Details, they believe in the value of community and in helping the community hold the value of their vehicles. A sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details offers drop-off, pickup, and delivery service as well as a mobile service, whether that's a simple wash and wax or all the way up to a full detail job. No job is too big or too small for Extreme Details. Plus, Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal and vacuums every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, boats, motorcycles, and more. Extreme Details in Collinsville, open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. Call Jay Merkel for an appointment at 301-6033 or 977-1224.
Back here at Woodland Park at Fletcher Field is where we are. I'm Todd Duke alongside 1982 St. Louis Cardinals World Series champion third baseman Ken Oberkfell. And Trent Mode has made his way out to the mound. I kind of figured that he would follow Drew Stroud since he was the only senior that did not get to start. So Mode is making his 8th appearance on the year, and he had 2 starts in his previous 7. 1-2 on the year is Trent Mode, and he has a ERA of 5.88, 10 strikeouts to go along with 5 walks. That's a little flip-flop than what Stroud had.
Right.
Stroud had more walks than strikeouts, and next time we get it in the right direction here. So Mode will take over for Stroud, who just pitched the 1 inning. Didn't give up any hits, gave up the 1 run, but it was unearned on a balk and an error. 1 walk in there as well. And Stroud had 2 strikeouts. Both of them got caught looking at the 3rd strike. So the bottom 3 in the order for Nashville will come up after their first 6 made it on. Here is Camden Ritzel. Buzz Ritzel, the 3rd baseman, takes a strike.
Kind of disappointed in the shoes.
Yeah, I hear you. Ritzel batting 172 on the year. 6 runs batted in, and a chance for Mr. Dependable Kyle Moore.
I was going to say, once that ball was hit, I said, there's an out.
Yep. When you see a ball usually traveling to center field, it's a pretty foregone conclusion that Kyle Moore is going to catch it.
Yes, he is.
So 2 pitches and 1 out. And here's the pitcher, Zach Kempfer. Kempfer on the year, batting .333. And a high pop fly on the infield. Who wants it? Riker Kane at first base says, I do. And he brings it in for out number 2. Quickly, 2 outs. 3 pitches, 2 outs.
That's a good thing.
I like it.
Get another quick out and come back in and get the offense going again.
Number 9 man to bat, Colton Gajewski. And Gajewski on the year batting .241 with 11 runs batted in. And he swings at the first pitch. Think these guys from Nashville have somewhere to go? Mom wants me home at 6. Swing at everything. Gajewski bats from the left side and looks at one high and outside, 1-1. Next pitch from Mode. Swinging a line drive right past Parker Conley at second base. That ball tailed away from him as it was hit out to him, or else he might have had a chance to catch that one.
Yeah, I don't think he picked it up right off the bat very well, but he didn't move for a second.
No, he didn't.
I think he lost it. I'd say lost it in the lights, but it wasn't a fly ball.
So the second base hit of the afternoon for Nashville. They got their first base hit after their first run scored. Here is Ian Blazer, who scored that first run. He received a walk, reached second on an error by Wagner, trying to throw him out as he stole second base, and that error allowed him to go to third base, and then Blazer came home on a Drew Stroud balk. There's a strike. to Blazer. Runner on at first, 2 outs. Pitch inside.
Might have been inside, but that was a pretty good pitch.
It was. Sky in the background looks like it's going to rain.
I know.
Throw over to first base, nothing doing.
Maybe if a few lightning bolts hit, it'll light up the scoreboard.
There you go. One direct strike ought to do it. Oh, there's a gapper. That one's going to be trouble, and that one might just tie the game. All the way to the wall it goes before Kyle Moore comes up with it, and they're going to send the runner home from third. No, they're not. They're going to stop him. Gajewski got stopped at third after he rounded the base, and probably a good thing because by then, Brennan Jones already had the ball in his glove, ready to throw it home.
Number 2, shortstop Cole Malabi.
So a double by Ian Blazer has put runners on second and third with 2 away. And Cole Malavi, who grounded out to Nick Palmisano on a dazzling play by Nick down at third base, is the batter. Trent Mode works quickly, and he pitches. Swinging a high fly ball, but Rondo Colon is tracking it down, and he brings it in for out number 3. So, no runs do come across. How about that? After that double, I thought for sure that Gajewski was going to come around to score, but he did not get the opportunity to do that. And we will head now to the home half of the second inning with Collinsville, your Kahawks, still in the lead by a score of 2-1.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Blake Keller-Sullins and Carter Wagner did not have a chance to bat in the first inning, so they will get their opportunity here in the bottom of the second. And then back to the top of the order in Rolando Colon, if anyone can get on. Nick Graff with an opportunity to bat maybe here in this inning. Here is Blake Keller-Sullins. Blake is looking for his first hit on the varsity team this year. He stands in from the right side. Kempfer comes in. Swinging a little foul tip that stays at home plate. And now pitcher and catcher want to talk again. Home plate umpire cleans off the plate, and we'll be back to business. That foul nicked the umpire?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody giving him time to walk it off.
We're saying, let's go. We don't need him.
Yeah, we don't need him.
Well, umpires, they have no life.
They have a hard life. Oh, a shot down the third baseline. That one's going to roll all the way down to the corner. Keller-Sullins on his way to second, and he's going to stop there with a stand-up double.
A nice way to get your first hit.
Yeah. And that is the first base hit of the afternoon for Collinsville. They scored 2 runs without the benefit of a hit. An error, a couple of walks, and a hit batter all allowed Collinsville to score a couple of runs in that first inning. So, leadoff man is on for the second inning in a row, and that'll bring in Carter Wagner. Carter on the year batting .333, and he is looking for his first RBI. So how about a first hit by Keller Sellens and a first RBI by Wagner? He was trying there, swinging straight back to the screen. That one went.
That was a good swing. He just needs to think right center right here. Got to get that guy to third.
That you do. Kempfer checks his runner and brings it home. Now scoring around to bunt. Nice bunt right in front of the pitcher's mound. Second baseman a little late covering, and he's out at second base, or at first base, excuse me. Second baseman, Ian Blazer. Took him a long time to get over there.
All right.
So, sacrifice works perfectly. Runner in scoring position for Rolando Colon. Rolando reached on the air, stole second base, came around to score after Nick Palmisano was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. That's how the first run scored. Colon swings and pokes one out to left field. Eversgerd going back. He makes it, and tagging from third base with no problem at all is Blake Keller Sellens, and that sacrifice bunt paid off big time because it was followed up by a sacrifice RBI flyout by Rolando Colon.
And you know Cologne's going to put it in play, so that bunt makes that bunt even that much more bigger.
So 2 outs in the inning. 3-1 Collinsville for Nick Graff, who walked, and now he's going to gap one, heading toward that 375 sign, but Gavin Baldwin did a nice job getting there after the ball hit that grass and slowed it down, and that holds Graff to a single.
Nice piece of hitting.
Pitch was outside. Take it the other way. Here's Kyle Moore, who walked and scored his first time up. He scored on the RBI ground out by Riker Kane. And now a runner on at first base with 2 out for Kyle Moore. 3-1 in favor of Collinsville. Kempfer brings it home. High, towering fly ball. Nick Miller, the right fielder, is tracking it down, and he has it for out number 3. And that is the way that the bottom of the second comes to a close. But now before Collinsville sends another run across the plate off of a base hit, couple of sacrifices in there as well. And we now head to the top of the third inning. Collinsville extends their lead to 3-1.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, the usual? So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville.
Todd Duke and Obergefell back with you from Fletcher Field here at Woodland Park. 3-1 in favor of Collinsville as we head to the top of the third. Middle of the batting order here for Nashville. Gavin Baldwin, Boomer Harris, and Nolan Hegemeyer. And Gavin Baldwin will lead things off. He singled and stole second his last time up, and then he was stranded. And he looks at the first pitch from Trent Mote a little high. Ball 1. Next pitch. Mote likes to work quick.
As an old infielder, you appreciate that when they work quick. Keeps you in the game.
Swinging a towering fly ball. This one's going to be right behind home plate if Carter Wagner can find it and track it down, and that ball just went all kinds of different directions. And barely landed foul. Yeah, that's hard for a catcher to throw off the mask, twirl around, try to find the ball in midair.
Yeah, I knew he was in trouble when he threw the mask and he started looking in the dugout.
Yeah. Next pitch, swing and a miss by Gavin Baldwin. He's a big kid. Got some heft to him, got some muscles.
Yes, he does.
A little low and outside with the next pitch from Mode. Baldwin awaits the next from Trent Mode. Here it is in a high, towering fly ball. Kyle Moore runs back about 8 steps and then circles and makes the catch for out number 1. That will bring up Boomer Harris, who got caught looking at a third strike his first time up. One of 2 strikeouts for Drew Stroud in the first inning. First pitch from Mode. Swinging a high, towering fly ball. This one might leave the park, folks. Back, and gone. Over the head of Blake Keller-Sellens. And Boomer Harris has gotten his team back to within a run. Three to 2 now. 4th hit on the afternoon for Nashville.
That ball there was hit pretty good.
Sure was. That'll bring up Nolan Hegemeyer, the catcher, who walked his first time up and was stranded at first. And Hegemeyer takes one on the inside corner for a called strike 1. Mode continues to work quickly, brings it home. Ooh, I don't know where that one was.
Wow.
Must have just missed. 1-1. Next delivery, swinging a high fly ball. This one's going to be in foul territory. Anyone going to be able to get there? Riker Kane, right at the catcher spot of the bullpen, hauls it in for out number 2. That will bring up Logan Eversgerd. He was a strikeout victim his first time up as well. And just like his teammate Harris, he got caught looking at the third strike. Mode brings it home. A little high. Trent Mode brings another one in. Swinging another high fly ball, foul territory. Riker Kane in front of the Nashville dugout brings that one in. And the inning comes to a close. But a solo home run by Boomer Harris has gotten Nashville just a little bit closer as we head now to the bottom of the third. Collinsville continues to lead by a score of 3-2. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
Todd Duke and Ken Overfeld back with you from Woodland Park. We were just talking off the air about that comical play between Pittsburgh and the Chicago Cubs the other day when grounder at third base, throw the guy out at first base, and instead of stepping on the bag, you chase him all the way back home. Funny thing is when the guy scored, Javi Baez was playing umpire, and he gave the safe sign, and then he's like, oh, wait a minute, I can still run back to first base. And I was like, oh, man, a Major League Baseball player just made the biggest boneheaded move
I
Since
just started laughing. I'm going,
I
I've
know.
never seen that. Just catch it, step on the bag, inning over.
Yep. Didn't happen, though.
No.
Nick Palmisano will lead things off. Nick got a RBI by being hit by a pitch in the first inning to give Collinsville their first run. And he almost gets hit by this one. Did he say something to Kempfer before the game to make him mad or something?
I don't know.
A little running in the parking lot. Palmisano, Kane, and Conley here in the bottom of the third for Collinsville. Swinging a foul tip that stays at home plate. 1-1. Kempfer ready with another to Palmisano. Outside. Palmisano with that RBI after being hit by the pitch was his 17th of the year, so that puts him 2 behind the leaders, which was Chris Tillman and Rolando Colon coming in. And Colon has since picked up another RBI, so he has 20 now.
That's impressive for him.
Yeah. Yeah, lead your team in RBIs as the leadoff batter. Well, really, you only lead off once. You're only guaranteed to lead off once.
One time, that's right.
Palmisano awaits the next from Kempfer. Here it comes. Outside, Brennan Jones is down in the Kahok bullpen warming up. We'll see if he comes back in for the top of the fourth. Little double switch. Kempfer delivers another one to Palmisano, and he lines it down third base, but foul. The first time it hit the ground, it was in fair territory, but that second hop was just on the wrong side of third base bag. Or else Nick could have had himself a double. Nice crowd on hand here for senior day. We're almost packed.
It is nice.
Yeah. Kempfer ready with another to the Kahok third baseman, and it's low. He walked him, so Palmisano has been on base twice. And that's the third walk issued by Kempfer, and that'll bring up Riker Kane, who grounded out his first time up, but brought home a RBI in the process, the Kahawks' second run to give them their first lead. High pop fly in foul territory for the first baseman. Did he make the catch? No. Did he? Yes, he did.
He did make the catch.
Wow. Couldn't see. He was over there at the end of the dugout. But I was waiting for the umpire out there in second base land to tell me what the call was, and he never did make a move.
He still hadn't moved.
So, runner at first base, 1 out. After Riker Kane pops up in foul territory for out number 1, and Parker Conley, well, strikeout victim his first time up. Pitch, strike. Conley with 1 out would like to put a ball in play to move Palmisano over. And a late swing there by Conley.
Late swing, head flying out.
Wonder if he closed his eyes when he swung that one.
Regroup.
Yeah. Kempfer from the stretch checks on Palmisano at first, brings one home to Conley. In the dirt, and it gets away. And that will allow Palmisano to run down to second base. First wild pitch uncorked by Kempfer. And now a runner in scoring position here for Parker Conley. Kempfer checks out the runner and brings it home. High and outside. 2-2 the count to Parker Conley with Brennan Jones waiting on deck after he was just warming up in the bullpen. Kempfer looks into his catcher Nolan Hegemeyer, has his sign, and now Conley calls timeout. Cardinals playing at the Los Angeles tonight.
Yes, they are.
Started there last night, dropped the first game of that series after taking 3 of 4 from Arizona. And the pitch to Conley, just missed. 3-2. I wonder if they'll start Albert Pujols tonight in that game. Did not start him last night.
If they don't start him tonight, they'll start him tomorrow. I mean, Shields said that he will expects him to play at least one game.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't come here until September.
Oh.
Full count now to Parker Conley. 1 out, runner at second base. Collinsville leads 3-2, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot up the middle, but it's going to be, and nowhere to go with it. And, they threw him out at third, did Palmisano. Took a little bit too wide of a turn around third base. And Malavi threw him out over at third. So Conley will reach on the fielder's choice. And Palmisano will be out 6-5 for out number 2.
Malavi made a nice play right there.
Sure did.
Knew he couldn't get him at first, turn around and throw it to third. See what happens.
So now up to Brennan Jones to keep the inning going. Jones grounded out to the shortstop Malavi in his first at bat, and foul was the first one here out of play. Kemper checks out the runner at first base. That's Parker Conley. And the pitch, swinging a high pop fly into foul territory, and once again in front of his own dugout, the first baseman Gajewski hauls that one in. So Riker Kane took care of 2 pop-ups in foul territory in the top of the third inning, and then Colton Gajewski does the same thing in the bottom of the third to Collinsville to record the third out. So nothing doing in that inning for Collinsville. We will head to the fourth inning. Kahok still lead, though, as they have a 3-2 advantage over the Nashville Hornets.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background-checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Woodland Park, Todd Duke, Ken Oberkfell along with you. Brennan Jones is the new pitcher for Collinsville. Nick Graff, who was the DH, moves out to left field, and from left field to shortstop is Orlando Colon. Those are all of the changes.
Colon plays everywhere.
That we have for you. Yes, he does. Started off the year playing shortstop. So, for Brennan Jones, this is his 10th game, 1-3 on the year with a 4.91 earned run average. And Jones has struck out 20 and walked 17 this year. First batter he'll face is Buzz Ritzel. Bottom 3 in the order here for Nashville. Ritzel, Kemper, and Gajewski. Ritzel flew out to Kyle Moore his first time up and takes a strike from Jones. Next one on the way, and another chance for Kyle Moore, and he ranges over to his left. No problem at all. Makes it look easy out there.
He really does. He's just gliding there. He gets good jumps.
Yeah, he reads the ball very well.
And gets you up.
That's key, man. When you're playing the outfield, if you don't make that right read right off the ball, off the bat, then you're in trouble.
Usually you are.
Here is Zach Kempfer, the pitcher who popped up to Riker Kane. His first time up. And screams one right into the glove of Nick Palmisano. Palmisano, right place, right time. Spears that one out of midair, and quickly there are 2 away. The number 9 man, Colton Gajewski, singled his first time up. He was stranded at third. And Brennan Jones and the Kahawks looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning here. They haven't had one of those yet. Nashville's had a guy on every inning so far. With 1 run scored in the first and a solo home run in the third to give them their 2 runs. And Jones delivers to Gajewski. Bouncing ball, Parker Conley stabs it and throws to first base in time for the out, and a quick 1-2-3 inning will send Nashville back out on defense, and the Kahawks will come up to the plate in the bottom of the 4th, and Collinsville still leads this by a score of 3-2. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Zach Kempfer back out on the hill for Nashville. He'll begin his 4th inning of work, trailing by 1 run. And he will face the 8, 9, and 1 batters for Collinsville. Blake Keller-Sullins leads it off. Carter Wagner on deck, and Rolando Colon in the hole. And Blake Keller-Sullins swings right through the first pitch. He doubled and scored in the 2nd inning for Collinsville. Leadoff double. Came around to score on a sacrifice RBI fly by Rolando Colon. And Blake looks at one on the outside corner, and he is quickly in an 0-2 hole. They are talking about each of these seniors in between innings and giving some little tidbits of information. What's their favorite restaurant, and their favorite movie and their favorite pro sports team. And we got to Brennan Jones, and Bruce Hellkamp down here on the microphone said, "Plug your ears there, Ken Oberkfell, because Brennan Jones' favorite team is the Houston Astros."
I played there.
Yeah?
It's been a while.
Back in the old Astrodome days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those ugly uniforms they had. Boy, those things were ugly.
You had to wear them.
I didn't want to wear one. I didn't even like looking at them. Almost made me dizzy. Here's the pitch to Keller-Sullins outside. Collinsville is going to pitch a bullpen game apparently here today, as they have another player up in the bullpen warming up.
That looks like Riker.
It sure does. It is. They got a game to pitch tomorrow, too, so let's not use everybody here today. Then you got to open up the playoffs on Friday.
This is a tune-up for Friday.
Oh, yeah.
With some of these guys.
A little chin music there for Keller-Sullins. Next pitch on the way, and it's outside. A walk. to Blake Keller-Sullins, and Collinsville has had the leadoff man on in every inning. Carter Wagner will come to the plate. Carter sacrificed himself on a 1-4 bunt play to move Keller-Sullins over to third. That allowed Cologne to have the RBI sacrifice fly in the second. So runner on first, nobody out, and the pitch to Wagner, squaring around to bunt again. Took it back and took a ball. I don't know if it feels like it's gotten a little darker out here to me.
It's gotten a little chillier.
Yeah, got a little breeze blowing right into the box too, and that does make it a little chilly. I'll lighten that up for y'all a little bit so you can see it a little better. Of course, if the sun ever pops out, it would be everything would turn white. It's the problem with this webcam. It is very light sensitive. I noticed that the other day at the softball game when it was cloudy and then the sun popped out. It was so bright you could barely make out the figures on the screen. And then later it got so dark that I had to lighten it up again. I couldn't see anything. Uh-oh. Keller-Sullins was almost a little too lackadaisical over there. Looks like Jackson Goforth is warming up in the Nashville bullpen. So each team with a little bullpen activity here. Kempfer works to Wagner, and Wagner takes one on the outside corner for a called strike. Rolando Colon waits on deck. Leading from first, Keller-Sullins. Carter Wagner, the batter. Kempfer checks on his runner. Now, from the belt. Brings it home to Wagner. Runner goes. Bunt taken back. Throw is not in time. Keller-Sullins with a stolen base today. That's the fourth stolen base this afternoon for Collinsville.
He had a good jump.
Did. So nobody out. Runner at second now for Carter Wagner. 2-2 the count to him.
It's a little ground ball to the right side.
Taking a long time looking down the third baseline. Are they still trying to figure out the count?
Yes.
Referees or the umpires flashing a couple of peace signs to everyone out here. Kempfer. Well, Wagner was up there bunting to try to move the runner over to second. Are they going to do that to move him over to third? We'll find out. Nope. And a bouncing ball that's going to do exactly the same thing. And no play for the shortstop, Malavi. And Collinsville has runners on the corners on a little infield hit by Carter Wagner. You get those high bounding balls like that, and that gives you enough time to get down to the base before anyone can do anything with it. And that's exactly what happened there. So first and third for Collinsville, nobody out. And Darren Pinnell, the freshman, will come on and be a courtesy runner for Carter Wagner, the catcher, so he can go back and put his catching gear back on. And here is Rolando Colon, who has reached on an error, scored, and has an RBI sac fly in this contest.
He's going to get ready to get another RBI here, too.
And a bluff throw to third, back over to first. That play never works.
You're right.
So Colon digs back in from the left side. And Kempfer pitches. Outside, ball one. Keller-Sullins at third base. Carter Wagner at first. The first two have reached here. Nobody out. Rolando Colon trying to give his team a little bit bigger cushion than a one-run lead. He turns around to bunt, takes it back, and almost got hit. Took that ball inside. 2-0 the count to the Kahok now shortstop. Started the day in left field. Kempfer. Got some runners to deal with. Looks over at first, brings it home. Cologne fouls it back to the top of the screen.
I was all over that.
I know, it's coming right to you.
Thank God the screen was there.
I agree. I don't think my reaction time's that fast. Although when I'm trying to save my face from getting hit from a baseball, I might be a little faster than I think. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Cologne. Kempfer pitches. And a base hit up the middle will score 1, and Collinsville will extend their lead to 4-2. And Rolando Colon has a couple of RBIs here this afternoon.
Good hitter.
Wagner over to second, Colon on at first, and still nobody out. That will bring up Nick Graff, the designated hitter. Now, before we have a visit to the mound by the catcher, Hegemeyer, and then Blazer, the second baseman, wants to get on the conversation as well. Graff has walked twice. Kempfer still on the mound, even though Nashville has a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. Runners on first and second, nobody out here. Bottom of the 4th. Collinsville leads 4-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, hits the corner. Also looked a little high, but
definitely looked high.
runners have their leads. Kempfer works a little bit more deliberate now as he looks into his catcher Hegemeyer, checks his runner at second base. That's Wagner, and pitches, and up the middle again, off of the shin of the pitcher Kempfer, and he appears to be okay. But I guarantee you, he'll not be okay tomorrow morning when he wakes up with that big knot on his shin. Woo. Three base hits in the inning. And they will, of course, check on their pitcher and make sure he's okay. And now the base is loaded again. Are they going to make a pitching change anyway? The pitcher down the bullpen apparently is finished warming up. That is Jackson Goforth. They're going to let Kempfer walk around the pitching mound for a while, see if he's okay. Probably let him throw a couple of pitches as well.
This is what you said, it's going to hurt tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to throw a couple of pitches to make sure that every time you plant the leg or you throw and, you know, the landing spot and all that stuff, make sure everything still is working okay.
Yep.
He appears to be all right.
Yeah.
But, you know, adrenaline's a funny thing. It'll take away some of that pain, but as soon as you get on that bus and you start heading back to Nashville, all of a sudden that pain will be like, hey, remember me? I'm still here.
I didn't go anywhere.
Well, didn't want you to forget about me. So the base is loaded for Kyle Moore. Moore has walked and scored in this game. And in his last at-bat, he flew out to Nick Miller in right field. So Kyle Moore can do some damage here. Kahok's up by 2. Chance to make it a lot more, and there's still nobody out. Kempfer looks into his catcher, and here comes the pitch to Moore. Somebody call a time?
Catcher.
Okay. So we'll reset. Kempfer ready to deal. Here it comes. Outside. Ball 1. Base is full of Kahawks. Nowhere to put him. Kempfer again, ready to go. And here's the pitch. Inside this time. One inside, one outside. Adds up to a 2-0 count for Kyle Moore.
Bases loaded, 2-0 count.
Oh,
hitter's paradise.
You
right
ain't
here.
kidding there. He should get a meatball down the middle to hit here. I'm hoping that was his dad that said that.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, if not, that was a sure dig on his dad. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball foul down the third base side. Bases all full of Kahawks. Wagner's on at third. Well, he's not on at third. Pinnell is the courtesy runner. Cologne's at second, Graff's at first, and the batter is Kyle Moore. And the next pitch, 2 more. Outside. 1 more pitch, and Kyle Moore will get a free RBI. Kempfer ready, nods his head yes to Hegemeyer. From the stretch, he pitches. Outside, he walked him. Free RBI for Kyle Moore.
There you go.
Easiest RBI in the world to get. Wagner comes home to score, or excuse me, Pinnell comes home to score. And the bases remain loaded. Cologne now at third, Graff at second, Kyle Moore on at first for Nick Palmisano, who has been on base twice, hit by a pitch and a walk. And we'll see if they're going to make a pitching change now. Right now, they're just talking.
Can you pitch? No. Can you?
Yeah, he's
no.
looking over to third base. You want to pitch? No, I don't want to pitch, Coach. Looks like they're going to stick with Kempfer for right now. Jackson Goforth was standing on this side of the fence that's in front of the Nashville dugout, thinking he was going to get called in, and when his coach came walking back, he went back inside the dugout. So Palmisano can do some damage now. Collinsville up 5-2. 2 runs in the first, 1 in the second. Nothing across in the third. So far, 2 runs across here in the fourth. Palmisano. Swing and a miss.
He's got a good swing. He just has a tendency to overswing.
He crowds home plate pretty well, too. Stands up in the batter's box.
Yes, he does.
And that ball's going to get away from the catcher. Second wild pitch by Kempfer will allow another run. And Cologne trots home from third base. And Collinsville extends their lead to 6-2. Every runner moved up. And Palmisano now up there with runners at second and third. And still no one down. Infielders move in for the play at the plate. Palmisano does hit it hard, but it's a bouncing ball that finds its way through a hole into right field. Coming around to score, Kyle Moore. Here's the throw. He's safe. Now down to second goes Palmisano, and he's safe. That's the way you do that.
Absolutely. Good hitting, good base running.
Collinsville stretches that lead to 8-2 now. And there are still nobody out for Riker Kane. 2 RBI single by Palmisano. Goes down to second on the throw home. Riker Kane will step up to the plate. He is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop-up into foul territory, but that ground out in the first netted Riker a RBI. Riker with another RBI opportunity here. Oh, there it is right there up the middle. Palmisano rounds third. He's going to be held up at third.
Why?
I don't have any idea. And then a ball that bounced off the pitcher's mound, and on the throw home, Riker Kane takes second base. Yeah, I don't know why he was stopped at third. Palmisano was trucking too, man. He was turning around third, ready to come home. Five base hits in this inning to go along with 2 walks. Still nobody out. And here is Parker Conley. Parker has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice today. And the pitch, outside corner for a called strike. Brennan Jones waits on deck. He'll be the 9th man to bat in this inning. And the next pitch on the way. Conley takes it and takes it low. Kempfer nods yes to the next offering, and here it is, outside.
I
Kempfer
think his
struggling.
leg's bothering him.
I'm surprised his coach didn't take him out on that last mound visit. And the next delivery on the way. Swinging another shot up the middle. And that's going to score 2 more runs. And Parker Conley is on at first base with a 2 RBI single. And there is still no one out here. Collinsville now leads 10-2. And you would think that would be all for Kempfer. And it will be. I'm sure he's out there to take the ball away. Once again, Goforth is standing with his glove. And that is going to do it for Kempfer. A little rough day for the Nashville starting pitcher. So we will take a break. 10-2 in favor of Collinsville, bottom of the 4th. And still nobody out. Pitching change for the Nashville Hornets. We'll be back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Jackson Goforth is the new pitcher. Trey Reinberg also goes in, a little double switch here. He goes into right field, and Goforth will face Brennan Jones as his first batter. Goforth on the year does not have a win or a loss. He is a ERA of 7.0. He's only pitched in 3 innings, and in those 3 innings, he struck out 5 and walked 2. And Brennan Jones, the 9th man to bat here in this inning, is looking to break an 0-for-2 skid. He is grounded out and popped up in this game. And there are still no outs and a runner at second base. Parker Conley down there. after Conley picked up a 2 RBI single. Blake Keller-Sullins waits on deck. He led this inning off with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. More conversations going on here for Nashville.
Like a lot of secret meetings.
Yeah. Trey Rainberg into right field. All right, the right-hander Goforth pitches to Jones. A little bit low. I like the fact that we are leading 10-2, but these long, drawn-out innings, man, they make a game drag, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Nashville, you're hating every bit of this. There's a strike in there to Jones. Collinsville fans, not so much. They enjoy the offense. I enjoy the offense.
I enjoy it. It's nice to see it.
Mm-hmm. Next pitch to Jones, swinging a foul ball over the Nashville dugout. Out of play. We have more rain in the forecast for tomorrow and Thursday, so we're supposed to have a couple of playoff games for you tomorrow. Softball at 4:30, soccer at 7. We'll see if Mother Nature wants to mess with that schedule or not. And that one hits Jones. Still nobody out. Runners at first and second now. That's not what you want to do when you come in from the bullpen, that's for sure. Why is Josh Scrum carrying a duck? So, Keller-Sullins, who led off this inning with a walk, will bat for the second time here in inning number 4. And the pitch. Ball 1. Jackson Goforth. Ready with another pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. He has a weird delivery.
I was just getting ready to ask you, does that delivery look a little strange?
Yeah. Almost like he pushes the ball up there. From the stretch, Goforth pitches again. And a swing and a miss. He's got a little deception in that pitch, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Blake Keller-Sullins. Conley's on at second. Jones on at first. And the pitch. Strike 3 called. And down on strikes is Keller-Sullins. And that's the first out of the inning. And here comes Carter Wagner, who has sacrificed himself, and he has also singled and scored in this game. And the pitch, and that's a bouncer that gets over the head of the catcher, Hegemeyer, and both runners will move up. Parker Conley over to third, Brennan Jones over to second. And with 1 away, Carter Wagner can add a couple RBIs to his stats. Wagner awaits the next from Goforth, and here it is. Off-speed pitch that was probably a mistake and slipped out of the hands of Goforth because that one went over everyone's head. And came back off of that concrete wall back there in
Pretty
timely
quick.
fashion, yeah.
Smart base running by not running.
Sometimes you can be smart by not doing anything. Here is Goforth. Next pitch, and then almost hits Wagner. He has to jump out of the way.
That's one of those when your teammates go, hey, take one for the team. No,
Nope.
you take one for the
Yeah.
team. That thing's hurt.
Next delivery on the way. And a walk. Bases loaded once again here for Collinsville.
We're going to get at least 1 run this hitter.
And back to the top of the order we go, and Rolando Colon, who singled in a run in this inning, also scored a little bit later on. And Pinnell once again going to come in and run for Wagner. And Cologne, with a couple of RBIs already in this game, could plate a couple of more. Go forth pitches. And it's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Hegemeyer. Kahawks up by 8 now. Seven runs home here in this inning. And the next delivery to Cologne, outside. Nick Graff waits on deck. Bases all full of Kahawks. Conley at third, Jones at second, Pinnell the courtesy runner at first. And the pitch to Rolando Colon on the way in the dirt. And it gets away from the catcher, but not far enough for runners to advance. And quickly it's 3-0 on Rolando Colon, and Nashville in jeopardy of walking in another run. They've done that twice today. Well, one on a walk and one on a hit batter with the bases loaded. And the pitch to Cologne in the dirt. That one does get away. Everybody's going to move up. It's ball 4 anyway. And Cologne gets the easy RBI. That's his third run batted in on the day. And now Jones over to third. Pinnell over at second. Cologne on at first. And another visit to the mound from the Nashville head coach. And that's going to do all. That's going to be it for Goforth. He wasn't out there very long. One out, bases still loaded, and another pitching change here for Nashville. And we will tell you all about that pitching change in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. Each ingredient chosen carefully, every blend crafted masterfully. Nurturing your passion, nourishing your purpose. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Back here at Woodland Park at Fletcher Field, Todd Duke, Ken Obergfell along with you. And Camden Ritzel has moved on to the pitcher's mound from third base. Rainberg moved from right field to third base, and he'll get a chance here, and he'll throw home, and one out, and over to second for out number 2. That's a double play that ends the inning. Wow. Very rare that you get the old home to first double play, but they pulled off, but not before Collinsville pulls off 8 runs here in this bottom of the 4th inning as we head now to the top of the 5th. The Kahawks lead by a score of 10-2.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions.
Riker Kane takes over the pitching duties here for Collinsville as we begin the top of the fifth. Kahok's up 11-2. And Riker on the year making his 8th appearance on the mound, and he brings with him a record of 0-5 and a 4.80 earned run average. And Riker has thrown 36 strikeouts and given up 24 walks this year as well. Brennan Jones will take over at first base.
I would have never thought he was 0-5.
Yeah, a little tough luck pitching this year, you know. So for Riker Kane, it'll be the top of the order. Ian Blazer, who has walked and doubled in this game. Scored when he walked in the first inning. Riker, the lefty, ready to go, and the first pitch is a little bit low for ball one. That was right over the outside corner.
Catcher never moved his glove, I know that.
Yeah. Riker delivers the next to Blazer. Also outside, but this one's a called strike. Go figure. Riker ready to deliver another one to Blazer. And here it comes. And over his head. Blazer, the leadoff man, leading off here in the 5th inning. Malavy and Baldwin due to bat here in this 5th inning for Nashville as well. Oh, Riker's kind of lost it there for a minute, hasn't he? That's 2 that sailed over the head.
It's kind of like mentally he might not be into pitching right now.
Yeah, looking like Rick Ankiel. Next delivery on the way, and that one hits the outside corner. Colby Anderson with a walk-off home run in the 9th inning. JV Kahok's win 1-0. Combined no-hitter by Ethan Bagwell and Ryan Kremer. How about that? Sky-high fly ball, and that should be no problem for Kyle Moore. He's like a Hoover vacuum cleaner out there. He sucks up everything.
He does that.
And there's one away. One away for Cole Malavy. Malavy has grounded out and flied out. That ground out was a web gem by Nick Palmisano way back in the 1st inning. Seems like a long time ago.
It was.
Okay, so it doesn't just feel like it. It was a long time ago. A little high on the pitch as Chris Tillman is warming up in the Kahok bullpen. And Riker Kane delivers another. Off-speed pitch, curve, just missed. Started off coming over the plate and then tailed and just missed the inside corner. Riker Kane ready with another delivery, and here it comes. Outside. Gavin Baldwin, the center fielder for Nashville, awaits on deck. Here's the next pitch, and that one's a nice one. Right down central. 3-1 now the count to the Nashville shortstop, Cole Malavy. Kane pitches. Foul ball out of play. We'll do it all over again. Got a busy day on tap for you tomorrow. If Mother Nature cooperates, we'll be at the softball complex for playoff softball as Collinsville takes on Belleville West. And then right after that, we'll head over to the high school and bring you tomorrow night's soccer playoff between Collinsville and Belleville East. Pitch and a bouncing ball. It's going to be, it couldn't quite get there. And nice play by Palmisano again. That ball eluded Riker Kane. He tried to grab it, but it took a weird bounce. Palmisano picked it up and still had enough time to throw out Malavi. Nice play again by Palmisano.
He didn't rush. He just knew he's got a good arm and just didn't rush. That's what you like seeing.
There is Gavin Baldwin. Baldwin singled and was stranded in the first and flew out to Kyle Moore in the third. 2 away here. And that one just misses. Where was that? Whew. Listen to all those umpires. Some of them sound like Ric Flair. Next pitch from Kane. Swinging a foul ball back to the screen. 1-1. So Kane follows Stroud and Mode on the hill. And Kane pitches. Yeah, nice to get Gavin Baldwin out of here and leave Boomer Harris in the on-deck circle. Harris with a solo home run back in the third. Baldwin looks like he could muscle one out at any time, too. 3-1 the count to the Hornets center fielder, Gavin Baldwin. Next pitch on the way. And that one's gone. That is a no doubt see you later goodbye over the 375-foot mark. Out in left center field, gone.
That was a bomb.
Whew. So a solo shot has given the Hornets a run back. It's 11-3. And that's the 5th hit on the afternoon by Nashville. And here is Boomer Harris, who did the same thing back in the third, a solo home run. The opposite field, though, over the right field wall instead of the left field wall, and he singles one back to his dugout. And the next delivery is a chance for Parker Conley at second base. He has to wait for the first baseman to get over, and he didn't. And Kane was a little late in covering as well, and then the ball gets thrown away. And Harris will make it down to second base. On a throwing error by Conley. Second error of the game committed by Collinsville. So that will give the catcher, Nolan Hegemeyer, a chance to bat. Nolan on the day has walked and fouled out.
Catcher, number 10, Nolan Hegemeyer.
Hegemeyer and Eversgerd both fouled out to Riker Kane in foul territory back in the third inning, back-to-back. Second and third outs of that inning, excuse me. And this one gets away from Wagner, and he's not going to throw down to third. And Boomer Harris will make it down to third base on a pass ball. Hegemeyer with an RBI opportunity here. Kane now has to deal with the runner at third. And the lefty brings it home. Swinging a bouncing ball. Cologne up with it, and the throw over to first base in time for out number 3, so the error does not hurt. And we will now head to the bottom of the 5th inning with your Kahawks now leading the Nashville Hornets by a score of 11-3.
Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville, owned by former Kahok Jay Merkel. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Kyle Moore will lead things off here for Collinsville in the bottom of the fifth. 11-3 our score. It'll be Moore, Palmisano, and Kane here in the fifth inning. And for Kyle, he has walked twice and scored both times. Once with the bases loaded, so he picked up the free RBI. Ritzel pitches and a foul ball over the press box. Quickly 0-2 to Kyle Moore. And the next pitch on the way. That one's in there for a strike. That was a good pitch.
Yes, it was.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count to Kyle Moore. And the next delivery. Misses, and I think that got Hegemeyer in the knee. Hit the dirt first and then hit him in the knee.
Right where there's no padding.
Usually that's the case. Ritzel delivers the next to Moore, and a foul straight back to the screen. Ritzel delivers the next, and strike 3 called on the outside corner. Moore didn't like the call, but he'll have to go back and take his frustrations to the dugout. 1 away. Nick Palmisano checks into the plate, and Nick on the afternoon has been hit by a pitch. That got him an RBI as well. He walked, and he singled in a couple of runs, and then later came around to score after that single, and he tries to go golfing there. Kahawks lead 11-3, bottom of the fifth. In the later stages of the game. Pitch up high. Only the second strikeout of Kahawk batters, or excuse me, the third strikeout of Kahawk batters here this afternoon. Kahawks came in having struck out 174 times on the year. That averages out to 6.4 per game. And there's Palmisano singling to left field. So Nick has been on base all 4 times today.
Nice piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much.
So back to that stat. Collinsville struck out 174 times this year, 6.4 per game, while they have walked 84 times at 3.1 times per game. Stolen bases, 96 of them by Collinsville this year. They've only been caught 11 times. We'll see if Palmisano wants to do some running, but he'll have to try to avoid the double play, and he will on an error.
So Palmisano is out. But Riker Kane reaches on the throwing error on the return from the shortstop, Cole Malavi. Jackson Perrell will come on to play the role of courtesy runner for Riker Kane. That brings up Parker Conley. Singled in a couple of runs his last time up. Looks at one on the outside corner for a called strike. Conley is struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, and the aforementioned single that plated 2, and then later Conley came around to score. Two outs, runner at first for Collinsville. Bottom of the 5th, 11-3. Here's the pitch to Conley, and he swings, and that ball gets away, and down to second goes Riker Kane. What happened there? Okay, I guess it was a strike and not a foul ball.
Okay.
Okay, that explains a lot. So Conley down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. I was wondering why. Where's everybody going? No runs come across that time after one base hit and runner stranded. So we will head now to the top of the 6th inning. Collinsville still leading this one by a score of 11-3.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
And a lot of changes going on here. Chris Tillman is now on the mound for Collinsville. And Brennan Jones now back at shortstop, which moves Rolando Colon back out to left field. And Riker Kane is back at first base. Chris Tillman pitches to his first batter. That is Logan Eversgerd. And the first pitch is in the dirt for Chris on the year. This is his 7th appearance. And he has a 3.23 earned run average. 42 strikeouts to 8 walks.
Wow.
He struck out 13 batters in one game earlier in the season.
That's an impressive stat.
Yeah, through 6 innings, he had the 13 strikeouts, and then Bardwell came in with a 2-strikeout save to end that game. Next one is in there to Logan Eversgerd, who was a strikeout victim his first time up, and last time he popped up in foul territory. And Riker Kane took care of that pitch. Here's a chance for Jones at shortstop. He's up with it. And the throw in the dirt, and a nice snag over there by Riker Kane for the out. Scooped it perfectly. Looks like we are getting a little dark here on the camera, huh? Here is Ritzel. We'll see what Gamma does here. Well, that was a little more light to it. Next pitch fouled out of play. That doesn't do much. Ooh, that does.
We get the scoreboard turned on.
Yeah, that'd be nice too, wouldn't it?
That'll give us a little more light.
Got to adjust this camera though, and once in a while, like darker clouds moving through is a little rough to see. Hope it helped a little bit. Ritzel on the year or on the day is flown out twice to Kyle Moore. Want to test him for a third time? Nope. Down the third base line with foul. And Ritzel will step back in. And Tillman ready to deal another one. Oop, that was a little off-speed pitch that just stayed high. Full count now to Camden Ritzel with Zach Kempfer. Nope, the other pitcher is now on deck. And actually that's Trey Rainberg who's on deck. Rainberg batting in the number 8 spot when he came in that double switch. Buzz Ritzel at the plate now, trying to get on. One out in the inning. Top of the 6th, Collinsville leads 11-3. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Ritzel. Just the 3rd strikeout for Kahok pitching. Here is Trey Rainberg. Rainberg has not batted in this game yet. And he comes in batting .286 with 3 runs batted in. Hoping rain's going to hold off tomorrow like it held off today.
I think it is.
I'm hoping. I know we're supposed to get some overnight. 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning is when the bulk of it's supposed to hit. And then by 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, it's supposed to have moved off to the east, and hopefully it'll stay gone, and we can get our 2 playoff games in. Off-speed pitch, beautiful pitch. What a nice curveball that was from Tillman.
Hitter flinched big time on that.
He's like, what do you want me to do with that? Nothing. Stand there and marvel at it.
Tip your helmet and walk back to the dugout.
Rainberg, left-handed batter, awaits the pitch from the lefty Tillman. Another full count. Had Ritzel at a full count and got him. And Tillman with the 3-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball. And that's handled by Riker Kane, who will underhand it to Tillman in time for out number 3. Play goes 3-1 for the 3rd out. And we will now head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Collinsville still all kinds of in control of this one. 11 runs have come across the plate for your Kahawks. And we'll be back to tell you all about the bottom of the 6th in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Gavin Baldwin is the new pitcher for Nashville. And Baldwin on the year comes in with a record of 1-0 with a 7.74 earned run average. And in just a little over 6 innings pitched, he has struck out 9 and walked 7. And as soon as I find out who is playing center field, Nick Miller has moved over to play center field. And that means that Trey Rainberg, has moved back over to right field. I think he's been there 3 times. Here is Brennan Jones to lead things off for Collinsville. Bottom 3 in the order here in the bottom of the 6th for the Kahawks. Jones, Keller-Sullins, and Wagner will have a chance to bat. For Brennan Jones, he is 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss. Next delivery, swinging a high fly ball, but out of play. Right over the light standard here, just past the Kahawk dugout.
Also, the pitcher from Nashville is Gavin Baldwin, from center.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Brennan Jones. And Jones swings and misses. Catcher drops the ball. He'll have to pick it up and throw down to first. He does in time for out number 1. Blake Keller-Sullins comes to the plate now. Blake has scored 2 times in this game. Once he came around on a double. The other time he walked and came around to score. And the only other at bat he has struck out, so officially 1 for 2 on the afternoon for the Kahawk right fielder. And he swings right through a fastball offered by Baldwin. Baldwin works quickly and brings home another. Swinging a high fly ball. On the move is Eversgerd. Is he going to get there? Yes, he is, just before he gets to the foul line. And he pulls that one in for out number 2.
He got a really good jump on that ball. That's why he caught it.
Yeah, if he wouldn't have caught that ball, because he caught it just as it was getting ready to hit the ground. That'll bring in Carter Wagner, the number 9 man in the Kahawk order. Wagner has a walk, a single, and a sacrifice. And he came around to score after that single in the 4th inning. Also walked in that same 4th inning. And Baldwin delivers. A little foul tip that stays up at home plate. Kahawks, all they have to do in the next inning is get them out 1, 2, 3, and we're done. Next delivery on the way from Baldwin. Stays high. Next delivery to Carter Wagner. Outside, called strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Baldwin. And that, I believe, is the first 1-2-3 traditional 1-2-3 inning for Nashville on defense today. So we head to the top of the 7th inning. And Collinsville just 3 outs away from wrapping up another victory here the day before their season finale tomorrow against Granite City. We'll come back to tell you about the bottom of the 7th in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Harold Brewery and Distillery. Old Harold Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldharoldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Todd Duke and Ken Obergfell back with you for probably the final time this year as Collinsville needs 3 outs and they lead 11-3. It's been a lot of fun having you up here in the booth, sir. We thank you very much, man. I love the fact that I got a hold of you when no sports was going on, and we were out here talking for about an hour, and then I was like a brainstorm. I'm like, hey, why don't I ask Ken Obergfell if he wants to be my color guy this year?
It was awesome.
You said yes, and we've been having a lot of fun up here.
I've had a lot of fun. I'm learning. It's a good learning experience for me, but just watch my old high school play ball and just basically just to watch baseball.
Yeah.
And it's been fun.
All right, Jackson Parrell is on the mound here for the 7th inning for Collinsville. And the first batter that he faces is, well, I'm not sure.
Left-hander.
Yeah. I don't have a number 18 on my list. Let me see if I got one. No, I don't. I don't have a clue as to who this is.
We'll just call him. We'll just go with lefty.
Number 18, the lefty. Jackson Parrell on the year, by the way. This is his 9th appearance. And he's had a rough year. 0-6 is his record. And a 10.96 earned run average for Jackson. He struck out 22 and walked 23 on the year.
You put him in record, and that's 11 losses.
Yeah.
Without a win.
He offered. Down on strikes goes the mystery batter. And back to the top of the order we go now, and Ian Blazer. Blazer has walked and scored. He scored the first run of this game. He also doubled in the second inning, but he was stranded, and the last at bat was a fly out in the 5th to none other than Kyle Moore. And swinging a foul ball back to the net. Next delivery from Parrell on the way to Blazer inside. Everybody's a critic. There's a chance for Parker Conley at second base. He mishandled it, and by the time he picked it up out of the dirt and threw it, Blazer was already safe. So an error for Parker Conley will be the 3rd error committed on the afternoon for Collinsville, and they are committing errors at 2.4 per game, and that was number 3. Here is Cole Malavi. Malavi is 0 for 3, 2 ground outs to Palmisano and 1 fly out to left field. High fly ball. This is going to be out to left field as well, and Rolando Colon dances around underneath it and has it for out number 1. Or, excuse me, out number 2. 2 away, runner at first. Ashley Tillman, if I don't see you again, enjoy your first year at college. Recognized as a senior manager here today. Thank you. And off to continue her bowling and her educational career. Runner goes, and the pitch is inside. And down to second base is Blazer with a stolen base. 3rd stolen base on the afternoon for Nashville. Gavin Baldwin hit a solo home run his last time up and swings hard at one there. And for Baldwin, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Besides the solo home run, he singled in the 1st and flew out. Back in the 3rd to none other than Kyle Moore. Here's the next pitch.
Oh, this
Stays
is
high.
This is a kid that hit that bomb.
Oh, yeah. Bombed it over the 375 mark. By the time it came down, it was probably 385.
Yeah.
Next pitch to Baldwin in the dirt. Nice pick there by Wagner. Not really worried about the runner at second in an 11-3 game.
No.
Job right now is to get Baldwin out. And Jackson Perrell ready with the next pitch. Stays high and off of the glove of Carter Wagner, and that was ball 4 to Baldwin. So first and third now for Nashville. And that'll bring up Boomer Harris, the DH. Harris also had a solo home run in this game. That was back in the third.
32, Boomer Harris.
Sandwiched in between a strikeout and his last at bat, he reached on a Parker Connolly error. Swing and a miss. Connolly's second error of this game is why Ian Blazer is at third. But the error back in the fifth didn't hurt anything, and we're hoping that this one here doesn't either. Next pitch to Harris. Pops straight up in the air, and it's behind Wagner, who throws but not in time to get Blazer. And a pass ball will allow Blazer to score the fourth Hornets run of the afternoon. And down to second base on the play was Gavin Baldwin, but still within reach. Just got to take care of Boomer Harris here. Righty against lefty. Here's the pitch. It stays high. And after Perrell was throwing some strikes in there earlier, he's gotten a little high here lately. 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Perrell delivers. Just missed. Ball 3. Nolan Hegemeyer awaits on deck. This is Nashville's last game of the year. That's a strike, just as Boomer Harris was getting ready to walk down to first base. Full count. Payoff pitch coming here from Jackson Perrell to Boomer Harris. And it's on the way. Outside, he walked him. Back-to-back walks of Baldwin and Harris. Put runners on at first and second for Nolan Hegemeyer. And Hegemeyer is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a walk and a ground out and a pop-up. So Jackson Perrell trying to end this game, but instead of doing it against Baldwin or Harris, he's going to have to do it against Nolan Hegemeyer. Perrell looks in, checks his runner, and brings it home. Swinging a shot down the first base line, but foul. Right into the visitors' dugout. Softball for you tomorrow, and soccer. Both playoff games, a double-header playoff day for you. How about that? Softball at 4:30, soccer at 7, as long as Mother Nature can hold out. Nice pick there by Carter Wagner on an outside pitch in the dirt. Looks like Jackson Perrell's up there trying to throw the ball through a brick wall.
Yes, he does. He's just throwing.
Swinging a foul ball out of play, so one pitch away from ending this one here. For Collinsville, Jackson Perrell. Kahawks looking to pick up win number 8 on the year. Trying to avoid the 7-win season put in by the 2003 team. Perrell, one more pitch away from doing just that. Here's the pitch. Oof. Just missed.
Not by much.
2-2 the count to Nolan Hegemeyer. Runners on at first and second. Here's the pitch. Outside. Back-to-back walks have put Baldwin and Harris on second and first respectively. Another one would load the bases. And even with an 11-4 lead, we don't need that. Perrell brings home the delivery, and it's a bouncing ball for Parker Conley, and he missed it. Conley's third error of this game. Runners at the corners now with a run home. And 3 errors in this game for Parker Connolly, and 2 of them here in this inning.
He's just got to forget about it. It's over with now.
Yeah. And brings up Logan's Eversgerd. Eversgerd is 0 for 3 on the afternoon with a strikeout, a pop-up, and a ground-out. Runners on the corners, and a foul ball out of play. So we'll do it again. Peril looks into Carter Wagner for his sign. He has runners on the corners. He looks over the runner at third, Boomer Harris. The runner from first, Nolan Hegemeyer, goes, and that's a uncontested stolen base. Puts runners at second and third. (11-5). Collinsville leads by 6. Jackson Peril just needs to throw strikes. Let your defense do the work. And Eversgerd awaits the next offering from Jackson Peril, and here it is. Stays a little high.
That old last out is always the hardest to get.
Sure is. Outside for a called strike, 3-2 the count. So, again, Jackson Peril, 1 strike away from ending this thing. Second and third, 2 outs. Top of 7. Peril pitches. Swing and a chance for the shortstop. Jones comes up, bobbles, and throws, and not going to be in time. 3 errors committed in this inning by Collinsville. Another run scores. And we have runners at first and third again. And that will prompt the visit from the Kahok head coach, Brett Swip. Trying to calm his infielders down and just let the play come to you. Don't rush. Actually, after Jones dropped the ball and then picked it back up, he probably just should have kept it in his pocket. Could throw that thing away, and before you know it, more runners are moving around the base paths. 3 runs home here in this inning. 11-6. Meeting on the mound taking too long for the umpire's liking, so both of them will come up there and see if they can speed it up. And Buzz Ritzel will come to the plate. Camden on the afternoon, 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Jackson Peril right now he just needs to throw strikes. I mean, I understand you've been throwing strikes and your defense has kind of let you down here in this inning, but you got to keep on throwing those strikes and eventually your defense will pick it up for you. Here's the pitch to Ritzel. Stays high. And now time called. Wagner steps in front of the plate, shouts out something to his teammates. They know what it means. I don't.
I don't either.
Swinging a high fly ball. They're going to test Kyle Moore, huh? Well, that's not a good thing to do because Kyle Moore is solid in center field as he is right there. And that ends the game. 11-6, the final score. As Collinsville picks up win number 8 on the year. And they hand the Nashville Hornets just their 10th loss on the season. Final score, 11-6. That'll bring us into our post-game program brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist has been a staple in the Collinsville area for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist is located at 517 West Clay Street. Give them a call at 344-0404 or online at cullipjennings.net. Well, Mr. Oberkfell, it was a pleasure having you in the booth this year, and if you are game for it next March, we'll do it again.
Right now I am.
All right.
I think it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Well, good. And you make sure you have a safe summer, and we'll try to hook up and have a couple of beers together during the summer. Is that all right?
I'm all for that.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right. Bye.
Ken Oberkfell, 1982 St. Louis Cardinals World Series champion third baseman and 1974 Collinsville High School graduate. We do thank him for everything he's contributed to us this year. Time for the postgame show. Collinsville wins 11-6, and the postgame show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Call Up Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Call Up Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all designs, from traditional to trend settings. Call Up Jennings Florist is of course your place for beautiful flowers, suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Call Up Jennings Florist is there for any life's major moments. Call Up Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online at callupjennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Call Up Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville wins this one here this afternoon, and Kahawks in the process improve their record to 8-20, and they hand the Nashville Hornets just their 10th loss on the year. Nashville now 21-10. Nashville gets 6 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors and left 7 base runners on. Collinsville gets 11 runs across on only 8 base hits. Kahawks commit 4 errors, 3 of them there in that last inning. They did manage to score some runs off of those errors, did Nashville, but again, in the long run, they didn't hurt. And Collinsville left 6 base runners on. That is going to do it for us from here this afternoon. We're back at you tomorrow if Mother Nature cooperates. We have girls softball playoff action against Belleville West. That'll come your way at 4:30, pregame about 4:15. And then after the end of that game, we will not have a post-game show, so we can pack everything up and head over to Kahok Stadium for girls playoff soccer against Belleville East. So that is the plan that we have for you tomorrow. Collinsville baseball team back in action here tomorrow afternoon against Granite City in their season finale before they begin the playoffs at Edwardsville on Friday afternoon. For Ken Oberkfell, my name is Todd Duke, and until tomorrow afternoon, everyone have a fantastic rest of your evening.